Oh, I was just playing with my Treasure Touch here. If you don't have a Treasure Touch, not your keys, not your crypto, link in the description below to a Treasure Touch. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on it. Appreciate each and every one of you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifers Show. This is a show, I believe, and I got the gray on, gray lines, gray suit, a little bit of gray and blue tinge here in the tie. Just trying to do it a little bit different. Tie's a little loose. Needed to be, there you go. Oh, wait. It is what it is. Imperfection is perfection, right? Over here. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Let's jump on in. My wife is coming into the room. She's handing me a piece of lemon, and she's handing me a jar of water. Thank you, wife. Most beautiful woman in the world, sweetest soul that ever lived. And I'm putting the lemon into the water. Ooh, and I'm taking a big sip of honey. Be well, honey. Be well. Have honey every single day out of 54 Manquan Street, Pembroke, Mass. Be well. Have your honey every single day. I have my honey throughout the wintertime. And I'm telling you, I don't get those allergies in the summer and the spring because I'm acclimated to what's going on. And, you know, because I live in dark Boston where we barely get any sunlight, a little bit of vitamin D spray can't be too bad. It's vegan. So I guess it's the best. Who knows? And for extra precaution, for me, you do whatever makes you happy, I add a little bit of black cumin seed. Black cumin seed. The strongest antioxidant in the world, says me. Who knows? That's what I believe. You don't have to believe that. And there you got your honey, getting rid of virals. You got your lemon water, doing damage, right? You got your vitamin D. You got your black cumin seed. You're ready to rock. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Look, how do you think I show up every single day for 700 days? Bang, boom, bang, ba-ding, da-ding. Since February of 2021, I've not taken a day off from my job that I love so much. Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on into the awesome Crypto Lifer Show. Your asset is your time, baby. Thank you so much for sharing your most precious asset, and that is your time, baby. Time is of the essence. Time is of the essence. Shout out to every single buddy here on the live. You are amazing. I love you all. And, you know, trending on Twitter again, too, is just, I mean, these, so many horrible things going on with this stuff. Woody Harrelson laid it down straight up. I mean, hey, it is what it is. This guy, there's so much stuff going on here. It's insane. You could do your own research and figure it out. I'm not going to shove it down your throat. But you know, if you know the truth, then you know what's happening in the world. Shout out to each and every one of you. Thank you for jumping on into Twitter. All right. How do you feel about flux? How do you feel about flux? You know, are you into it? Do you give a flux? You know? I want to know if you give a flux about flux. Let me know. How do you feel about flux? Not ho. Not ho. How do you feel about flux? Do you give a flux about flux? LOL. Let me know. Let me know. Cryptocurrency, right? And this dude is just a liar. I have to call him out. He's a liar. This guy is a liar. I'm calling him out as a liar. He lied to his wife. She left him for it. And then he's lying to you. So I wouldn't believe a word that comes out of this man's mouth. He is a known liar. All right? Now I'm done. That's all I got to say. I'm moving on from that situation. But that man is a liar. All right? He's been caught lying to his own wife. So if he's going to lie to his wife, then is he going to lie to you? Of course he would. If someone would lie to their wife that they took an oath from, then of course they're going to lie to you. All right? I mean, that's just obvious. Look, this trade did not play out as suited, but look, it never got stopped out. I don't know why that was 59. That's a bit absurd. But hey, it has 177, but it did go up 32%. So that's how you make 32% without losing any money. That clearly happened, you know. And GMM, I got to talk about it. Gamium, the biggest gainer that I've actually put out in a few years. This thing went up 932%. If you fell asleep and woke up today, you'd still be up 457%. $500 would turn into, you know, basically, I mean, that's insane. $500 would have done a 4.5x on you. You'd be sitting at $2,000 $2,250 for Gamium. And if you went all the way to the top, I mean, oh my gosh, you would have 10x'd almost to $5,000 in a couple days, like a day and a half. Gamium. I put it out to my trading group. I didn't know it was going to do that. I was just doing what I do every day, scanning the markets, looking for opportunity, and that's why my place is the place to be. You could scan the market from thousands and thousands of coins, but instead you could come to my group, and every day you're going to get 5 to 10, maybe 15 different setups. They're going to look absolutely scrumptious and good to go. You can match them up to your TA, see what's going on. Look how many coins there are, 22,700 tokens, coins, whatever you want to call them. I mean, coins and tokens are different, but Clayton up 1.5. We talked about Clayton. I gave you that flag. Fracshare up 2 as well. DYDX, I gave you that move where we looked at it together. Immutable X is looking at GMX. And I'm talking about how a lot of decentralized coins are moving. We also talked about Singularity.net, AGIX getting a bit of a move. And there it is back at 47, up 12% on the week. What's the biggest gainer of the week? 41 is Stacks, just continuing to bang on them. I put out a little flag, and FLOKI continues to get that move. DYDX kind of, a fast favorite, and so is AGIX again in Lido. Eldo, baby, Eldo, and Optimism. And we know the narrative behind these two. Optimism basically in price discovery. You know what I mean? So, ooh. So some bad news for Visa. Visa, Master, because, they shouldn't be doing this, but Visa and MasterCard paused crypto push in wake of industry meltdown. Really strange. They were about to start doing it heavy. U.S. payment giants Visa and MasterCard are slamming the brakes on its plans to forge new partnership with crypto firms. After a string of high-profile collapses, the crypto industry saw a stunning reversal of fortunes in 2022. That's like kind of old hat rehash news, but it does, But there was just an article we came out with last week that said Visa was actually going ahead with this. I don't know if this is just rehashed data. It was 3 hours ago. Interesting. This is on Reuters, but I don't know. Delays are not attributed to the core business. I believe you got to use crypto in payments. Unless you're just not intelligent. You can't figure out that crypto is going to move money faster than anything else in the world. Yeah, that's just some thought. I wouldn't even listen to that. It's weird. Anyway. Let's move on. Yeah, so Brawler was going, and then look, EGAME pumped, right? So the narrative, you follow a narrative, anything with the word game in it. So I looked at Vision Games. Vision Game, and this thing looks like it's getting ready to offload. It's tight. And again, it could easily Bart Simpson to the downside. There's no guarantees of any moves in anything in cryptocurrency or trading, but you're low on the stochastics. You got a curve up here. You got this falling wedge in the RSI, MACD turning, and you're hitting the lower time frame trend line. The higher time frame trend line here. Kind of a cup and a handle there hidden inside, and this could bring you all the way to about 1 1/10 of a penny, and sitting at 6 cents. You're looking at an 84% gains for Vision Game. Everything with the word game has just been blasting to the upside. This may also get the move. Golden Cross just occurred there, oversold in the stochastics. Lack of bearish momentum on the MACD. I would write this down and keep it in my little hat. This would be something that I would definitely want to remember if I was walking down the valley of I want to get the gains. Walking down the valley of gains, I would be looking at vision, all right? So you might want to put your vision on division, so to speak. No jokes aside, shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in and being here. What else can we do but be amazing each and every day together? What else can we do? Shout out to the 557 people, 196 likes. May we get the likes up to the watchers. I would be so blessed and greatly appreciate it. Maki Swap has been on the radar. Matrix AI on the radar. In the 706 Fibonacci, 1, 2, 3, 4 days staying above the 706. Right there, we're hanging out. And we have previous kind of bounce area right there. A little bit of chunk. We could fall lower. That's our next big support zone is kind of right here at about 2 cents. 232077. But here we go. Man AI could make a move all the way up here to about 0.87. You can hear they're fixing a door upstairs. I apologize if you hear some noise. It is what it is. I was almost going to show up in my work jacket. The last minute I said, no, I'm going to have to get nice. But I was helping them. We had to lift in a giant door. And I had my old man. I felt cool. I was in my manly work jacket. acting all manly. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, grab me that hammer over there. Let me just, my wide shoulders, just like, yeah, what you want to do? What you want to do? Carhartt, baby, old school Carhartt, too. This thing is old, baby, old. You can't buy them like these no more. Drawstrings in the corner. This thing is rough and tough, baby. But I decided to clean up for y'all, get nice and situated. Only took me a couple minutes to keep it clean. Bring back the club shirt. We get pumps when you wear it. Which is the club shirt? There's so many different shirts. Sam Carhartt, LOL, it's fire. Same Carhartt, it's fire, right? Down, wide up. Hey, Sam, best channel for TA and fun. Let's go. Shout out to Jay Bella in the house. No, we're not doing today's course today. So sorry, CNC Ireland. My wife has canceled today's course only because my kids are home from school from snow. And the snow's accumulating right now. And she said right at that time, your daughter's going to beg you. And she hasn't been able to go sledding once this year. Not once. Because we haven't got enough snow in Boston. That's weird. But it's good. I'll take it. I haven't had to fire up the snowblower once this year. So we have postponed this week's weekly stream, which I never do. But my wife begged me. She said, please, you could spend some time with the kids. It's a snow day. So I got begged by the family to be a family guy today. But as much as I don't like skipping class because class is good for me every week. I love that class, baby. It's as good for me as it is for you. Everyone wants to be a Carhartt until it's time to do Carhartt stuff. Yeah, I know, right? Bitcoin for 22.5. I know everyone's like wearing the brand new Carhartt outside. I'm a tough guy. But like, this lets you know that you've actually done stuff. Like I built stuff wearing this jacket. This thing is beat, but it's still so rough and tough. Can't beat this thing. Look, it's even got a patch on it. Because it got black. You know, it got blazed one time. Matrix AI on the radar in the 706. Fibonacci retracement. Looking sweet to me. Oversold on the daily time frame. I'm just saying, I'm in this trade. I don't have to convince myself. But hey, you do whatever makes you happy. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. My snowblower is asking me for a vacation. She's overused. Blizzard here, brother. Yeah, we just haven't gotten the snow. Boston usually gets covered. Boston, not far from Montreal. Cheers, man. Now I know. Cheers to you, my friend. We used to go to Montreal every year. Your TA is my jam. Shout out to Birdman in the house. Shout out to CNC Ireland, Crypto Cash, Lifer Friend. Faha Fohai. Oh my God, Faha Fohai. It's been a while. God bless you. Foot of snow here in Northern Cali this morning. Everybody wants to be a beast until it's time to do what a beast do. Word up, son. Let's go. Shout out to Bison9 in the house. All right, let's take a look at our bitty Bitcoin idea here. Let's go look at the show. It's been a while since we looked at the show. We got Bitcoin, 3L, 3S. We got the whole entire mansion here. We got DeFi PERP if we want to look at DeFi and how DeFi is doing. Taking a dip, but could that be the move? I mean, that's a bullish divergence there. Wow, they're grinding on that door right now. We got Ethereum, Bitcoin, which is looking pretty nice. The daily's a little high, but it's consolidating, and it's been doing this for a long time now. All we need to do, this could even open up. We could come lower. It's not the worst thing in the world. We just want to make sure this consolidation plays out. And then when the whole market pumps, ETH will outperform Bitcoin. You know that by about 50%. That's what the prediction is there. Let's take a look at Bitcoin on Binance. Then we'll look at Total. We'll look at Total 2. We'll look at Bitcoin Dominance, the DXY, and everything else that you fancy. All your fun little things that flitter your mind and keep you excited. As a trader, you're like, I need it all. I know you do. I know you do. And I'm going to give it to you every single day so you don't have withdrawal. I'm going to give you DXY pumps. So let's take a look here. This is an ascending triangle, in my humble opinion, on the 15-minute time frame. Getting oversold. All right. Getting oversold. Bounce up, bounce, bounce. Getting tight to the channel here. Right? And you can say, did we break out or are we still stuck in? I'd rather say we're stuck in. Just, you do see this trend line here, though. You see that? Resistance fell out, I'm going to get rid of it. It's confusing, but, I always just have other ideas in my head. So this is a symmetrical triangle on the 15-minute time frame, clear as day. That's what we're seeing. And the measured move to the upside would be 24,237. That grinding sounds like part of the music. I know, I'll just keep the music up. Try to hide it like this. You can't hear it, right? You can't hear the grinding. Hopefully they'll be done soon. It's so insane. I feel you. It does kind of, it blends in with the music right now. Like, how bugged out was that? I just bugged you. So look, the measured move of the symmetrical triangle to the upside is 24,221. To the downside is 22,590. So if you go to 24,220 or 22,590, it's a big stretch. But that's a symmetrical triangle, and that's what we're looking at. I mean, also, that's a diamond too, which I'm not a fan of because we did come in from the bottom. But that's a diamond clear as day. I mean, it's a diamond. That's a diamond pattern, and if you come in from the bottom, usually you drop out of the bottom. However, a diamond usually happens at the top, somewhere up in here. Very rare that you see a diamond on your way up. Now, and again, 32% of the time, a diamond just blasts right out to the upside. So, but I have to point it out. I don't want to be the only guy that didn't show you the diamond. In case, you saw the diamond, thought about the diamond. You're like, but the lifer didn't talk about the diamond. That guy knows his TA and he didn't bring up the diamond. So because I'm expected to know everything, I got to make sure I show you everything, I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. That's it. Nothing else. Let's take a look at BOOKMAP for you in a split second here. Le BOOKMAP. And BOOKMAP looking pretty nice here. More orders down at 23,000 and 22,800. But we still have a closer order at 23.8. Pretty evenly matched. We have more red down here, which suggests we may dip down to 23,004. But we don't get a clear reading on BOOKMAP right now at the present moment. More sideways behavior. And that's the same thing that we got on the technical analysis. This sideways junk here. This sideways behavior. All right. So symmetrical triangle. Symmetrical triangles are 50% either way. What's weird, what's funny about symmetrical triangles, right, is if you go, VAI is my trade. Look at that strong support. I like what VAI is doing. Another AI coin. I loaded up on a whole AI Sheboygan. A Sheboygan of AI stuff. And we're ready to rock. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. Celtics fell off last night. Couldn't take the Knicks out. Come on, man. Just they could not hit the three. They live and die by the three. They couldn't hit the three last night. It was horrible. To lose to the Knicks, dude, come on. The Knicks, you should be able to scrape the Knicks up easily without a thought process. Just blip. We know we're deeper than the Knicks. Like, come on, man. Anyway, it is what it is. On Marshall, overbought on that 4-hour time frame. Got me a little sketched out, even though I like what I'm doing here. We got to wait out this 4 hour. And, that's still kind of a bear flag in there that I've been looking at, too. Technically broke out of the falling wedge, though. Look at this. We technically did break out of the falling wedge and hit resistance. Do we come for a double bottom on the 4-hour time frame? I'll put a look right here, and I'll just keep track on this and see what happens. Rare ball. See how this could pump up to the 200 SMA? It's likely to do that at one point. The daily doing something similar. Yeah, look at the daily. The daily's got the 200 right there. I'm thinking, can we go up 1,800%? And it still would be super low, which would be crazy. I'm not saying go do this. It's just something I'm like dabbling with an idea of. Like I might put $200 in there and forget about it and see if it actually happens. When watching this, eventually I feel it's going to, the technical analysis, it's going to pump up to this 200 SMA. It's only a matter of time. It's going to take some time. It's going to get there, in my humble opinion, at one point. See, when something does these long rounded bottoms, it's bullish consolidation. I wouldn't be surprised if months from now this thing is up huge. Absolutely huge. But again, it takes BALs to get in there. You'll see. So I want to look at the short right now for Bitcoin. And, I bet it's in a symmetrical triangle. Why? Because When you're in a symmetrical triangle on the bullish side, you're in a symmetrical triangle on the bearish side. It's just the complete look. It's Bitcoin upside down. Got a stronger trend line there on the top, but still symmetrical. So you basically have a 50-50 chance of making a long or a short today. That's the probability of the indicators, of the pattern. Then we can go on the indicators. See what the indicators give us. I believe they stopped. Yeah. They're doing it here and there. They're shimmying in a deck door. So, new deck door. And it's snowing outside as the door's going in. So, I'm like, is that going to work? You know? So, it is a diamond pattern on Bitcoin. Yes, it is. So, we're at 33 on the Bitcoin short here. So, here's the idea. I mean, I personally wouldn't take the short because there's a 50% chance. Like, I don't have the edge. Might just wait out to see what Bitcoin does in the small. Like, if Bitcoin falls out of this and makes a bearish retest, could bounce here. This bullish divergence is strong. We haven't seen one that strong. Suggests that it's going to carry through to the upside. I personally longed a lot of Bitcoin last night. Told my trading group, and I'll tell you why. Even though the stochastics are overbought here on the 4 hour, we're back above the 200 SMA, and I longed right there. And I said it to everybody, because we're above the 200 SMA on the 4 hour, I'm going in. You know what I mean? Many, many times we've pumped after we've gotten above the 200 SMA, and I went and back tested it for the whole group. And I talked about it, right? And I showed you, like, right here we went up one. Right there we went up. So I made a video explaining why I was longing Bitcoin once it got above the 200 SMA on the 4 hour time frame. So I'm long, baby, long. And I just got deja vu, like weird deja vu. But yeah, I'm super long right now for Bitcoin. I bought an entire Bitcoin in this, from basically this low here. Every time we dipped, I bought it here, I bought some here, and I bought some there. Those 3 sections in time, both, every time we were getting low on the stochastics, see that? And the RSI was low, I was jumping on in. And if this ends up being the higher low, which I've talked about on the bigger time frames, we're going to make a move, you know, and likely, look, pattern trading, one, we're going to end up to the top of the pattern, get tight. Now we could dump down again, bounce off the point of control, but it looks like we're going to go all the way up here to about 29,291 is my bigger target of the ascending triangle. The first stop is 27,150. So I'm making a statement that I'm clearly long. You do whatever makes you happy. I don't know. You know what I mean? The good thing of what I'm doing is I'm committing. And when you commit, you're going to be right or wrong. And when you're right or wrong, you learn. See, I believe that we're a soul in this life. And here's our soul, and then we're inside of a body. And somehow we're all connected through ethereal space and time, right? Here's our body. Not the best little body. But the idea is when we go through life, all right, we're learning. We're figuring out. So, like, the answer to life isn't to make as much money as possible. It's to learn as many lessons as possible. You want to stack your lesson bank. Now, if you do a really good job stacking your lesson bank, you should internally be able to stack some money because, you know, the idea is survival here on this earth and in this life. And we know the more money you have, freedom tokens, the less that you have to listen to somebody else, right? So when you have your own job and your own income, you don't have to go to somebody else for income, all right? So then you don't have to do what someone else tells you to do. You don't have to waste your time. So this is the idea here, is to split this time up. Now, you also can start using some of your own wealth to give to others that need it. And the feeling of giving to others is the greatest feeling on earth right here. This is like the best. So learn lessons and figure out how you can acquire energy, vibration, and wealth, and then distribute that to the other people so you can feel amazing. Because the best feeling in life is giving. There's nothing better than giving in life. I'm telling you right now. It feels good to give, baby. It feels good to give. So shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Thank you for giving your time. So I know that this show is created by your time. If you don't give your time, I don't get viewers. The viewers don't grow. I don't become this, oh, look at me, crypto lifer guy, right? So everything I have, everything that I attribute my success to comes from each and every one of you showing up every day. And you gave me a purpose. You gave me a life. So I know exactly, where, so God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much. 757 people on the live, 300 likes. May we get the likes all the way up to the watchers. May God bless each and every one of you. So here's the deal. What do I see happening today? What's my prediction for Bitcoin? Well, we're oversold in the stochastics. If you go back in time, oversold here, we got to move. 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 it does suggest by probability that we get a move to the upside here on the 15-minute time frame, okay? We're also getting really tight inside this channel, and there could be a move. Also, this is a shoulder, a head, and this morning, if you were in my trading group, I just projected the idea that the 50-minute was high, and we would likely come down and make a right shoulder. Is that not what happened, right? I'm about to be like, wait. Yeah, there. I was like, you can always fix it if you figure out what's going on. But like, and so I predicted this right shoulder, projected it. It did exactly that, bounce and came up. I made this before it even happened. If you're in my trading group, I talked about this right shoulder forming. I said the 50 minutes high, it's likely the 50 minute comes on down and we form a bit of a right shoulder here. It's exactly what happened. All right. I'm not saying I'm right every single time, but that one played out. All right. And that was the update this morning in the trading group that you get. You get an update every single day for Bitcoin and in daily candle close. And if there's needed, another update too as well. So like, here's your Bitcoin update this morning. Here's our Bitcoin update just to get you going for the hour time frame. Has momentum. At 50-minute needs to come on down. So to me, look what I see happening. A shoulder, a head. In the 15-minute, we want to see it make a right shoulder as it comes on down. Let's think of our 7 move, right? And boom. You'll be able to do this too. You could even, people could have traded that leverage. I mean, people could have traded that leverage, that right shoulder, that down and that back up, right? So anyway, just pointing that out, that we nailed that projection this morning, okay? And it's not that big of a deal. It's a tiny projection. And you're only as good as your last projection. Who cares? It's over now. But it is, I just wanted to show you that you get this type of care, this type of update every single day. You get exactly what you should pay for. And, not what you get exactly what you should get when you pay for it. You know what I mean? And so inverted head and shoulder there for Bitcoin. 15-minute is oversold. Can we get a move? However, we have a resistance that we're not able to get back above. So Bitcoin has to break back above 23,005. And honestly, unless we get a daily candle, we need daily candle closing above 23,900. If we can't get above 23,900, I would expect more downside. All right? I would expect more downside. When you get a second, could you look at AGIX and synthetics? Both look sexy. Thank you, sir. God bless you. No, God bless you for the love. Thank you for jumping on in. Sorry to blast that music there. Thank you so much for jumping on in, man. Thank you so much. So we're looking for a move to the upside here. Desperately need to get above this local resistance right there. So if we can't get back above 23,006, expect more downside. And we got to close a candle on the 4-hour or the daily above 23,900 or expect more downside. So here we are. This is where we sit. What do I see happening for the day? It looks like we may go sideways and just continue like this until we find more support, you know what I mean? Or a stronger signal. But right now, we do have an inverted 68% chance we could break up. And it's a symmetrical triangle. And we looked at the short too. I'm an AGIX2L, Lifer Vision getting strong. Shout out to Tibby313. I messed up the 333. Dat AGIX, I left part my bag in case she runs, baby. I'm holding AGIX for literally the next 18 months. I'm grabbing it and stashing it. And I'm keeping my position for AGIX. I built my position on Alt Trady. Alt Trady, the great place to be. Alt Trady, baby. Alt Trady. All right? And I share my positions with everyone in the trading group, and they know exactly what I'm doing. I'm nice enough to keep you privy to my ideas, plans, and what I'm thinking about investing in. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade. But what I do is I share my life with you. I consider this an internet reality TV show. Yes, I'm trading, but I'm a trader for a living. So this is what I do every single day. This is where I put all my time and effort in, and it has paid me well over time. So if you want to be risky, you enter the short right now. And if Bitcoin dumps, you take the insurance short to the upside. Don't say insurance short, Sam. You've been 7 for 7 on those. So here's the idea. If you feel the need to take a trade, there's a possibility this makes its way to the upside. 4 hours more in your favor, right? So you look at the 4-hour time frame, there's a chance this could make bacon on the beach. Not a huge fan of the one, though. Yeah, the one actually looks like it could go pretty well, too. This even is in the shoulder, head and the shoulder. And the interesting about this is you get the diamonds in your favor here. So like the diamond came in from the bottom, from the top, you should break out to the top. So if we trust technical analysis and nothing else, this says the short will give you 15% today. The technical analysis says there's a 50-50 pattern, but then you have a diamond, which is a 68%. So now that kind of pushes the 58% pattern up, and you're oversold in the 1 hour time frame. Again, we could just come up. So what we're looking for is this. We're looking for this to break out and just make an M pattern here and then dump to the downside. And that would be Bitcoin coming here and making like some type of double bottom here. Okay? So that's my prediction for Bitcoin. And honestly, if I had to make a prediction, thank you so much. Wow, well, the ball's jumping all over the place. Thank you so much for throwing those balls in the jar, man. I appreciate you. God bless you and yours. Chat revenue banging on them. Thank you for the $25 in chat revenue. 742 people on the live, 348 likes. May we get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. Super chats, AGIX, Synthetics, and Gas. I'm on fire tonight. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. And obviously, I can't make the commercial, Jamie, because of the banging. I'll have to move until tomorrow. AGIX getting lovely. Getting lovely. Had a huge pump last night. Came back down for the retest. Retest is the place to be. The retest is the place to be. Let's take a look at this retest. Let's take a look at the original idea here for AGIX. And BOOKMAP again. I just had PSD like I left BOOKMAP out. I was going, no. I like JASMY. New month. Tomorrow will be time for the roll. Next, the 2 weeks. Yeah, and tonight I'll be live for the monthly candle close. I go live tonight for the monthly candle close. Every single month, I do about an hour live stream for the monthly close. So you're so lucky. I always forget about it, too. A lot of banging going on in there. So live tonight for the monthly candle close. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. I'm excited. I've been buying Apple, Coinbase dropping on the D, on the BUSD. So I'm late here. What's to go on with Bitcoin? What's going on? Symmetrical triangle. 50% chance of a break to the upside. 50 minute has a inverted head and shoulder. So AGIX, we are up. We got into AGX right here. We are up 32% last night, still holding a gain of 17.7. Beautiful move to the upside. Shout out to anyone that jumped into AGIX. We've been watching it like a hawk for days. I've just been keep tracking it. Got above the point of control, and that's what it found its fancy. 1 hour time frames oversold, could continue to the upside. I like what I'm seeing for this retest for AGIX. I believe it can get all the way up to the next target at about 94 AGIX, and that's my trade. I'm sticking to it. I got a big old bag, and I'm going to continue to add every time we get a little bit of a dippy dip. All right? And here's some gainers that flowed in. DXY up 18%. Dematra up 33% from the bottom of that channel to the upside, banging on them. AGIX up 39% last night. And remember, Gamium up 932%, the biggest gainer of the game. X-Tag up 95%, banging on them to the upside. Bang, 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 like the hammer's going bang. Boom, boom, boom. You know, the hammer's not as bad as the grinder, so I'll take it. You know what I mean? Like, if I had to compare sounds, like, I can take a few hammer bangs. That's not bad. It's the mirror. Let's get that super sauce on Filecoin. I dumped a big bag in when Bed did the other day in the portfolio, but I'm thinking about a swing trade on it, too. Shout out to Bison9. I only hear the sounds of you banging out the gains. Shout out to Jamie. I love you. I thought you were going to say something else, banging out my... Hey. Hey, don't go there. Oh. Banging the weights. I pick it up, I put it down. I pick it up, I put it down. I pick it up, I put it down. Every single day, I like the weight. I like to pick up the weight. 782 people on the live. We are growing every single day. 373 people on the like button. May we get the likes up to the watchers. That's a double bottom joke to be made here. There's always one. And a blow off top. Double bottoms and blow off tops. Every time. Works every time. Hey, I'm just talking about technical analysis here. What are you talking about? JASMY for 3 bang NBA guy. JASMY for the 3-point. Hey, Sam, do you use CMF to the exact same thing as we did last month before the massive pump? Sam, do you use the above zero sharp zigzag move up? Please have a look. This is massive. Hey, man, I appreciate you. But my indicators say the same. I'm a stubborn old man, all right? If that makes any sense. Shout out to Sam Ramu. CMF, I don't use what is CMF? Cumulum, let's see. I'm simple, man. I keep it real simple. Wait, what? He lifts keyboards? Stop being stubborn and chart JASMY, bro. Never. Now that you're pushing me, I'll never do it. Never. See, that's what's the problem. I have defiance disorder, so like I'll notice if someone keeps asking for something, and it'll make me like nah, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Like I'm gonna internally frustrate you. You know what I mean? Because like you're not being patient. It's messed up, right? Send in a super chat. Like I could say the same. I could battle you. Like, where's your super chat? Like I got AGX, Synthetics, CAS, and Filecoin. Like, what makes you think I get to skip these beautiful people's super chats? See, it's also the other way around. It's disrespectful to skip these people's super chats. They've spent money. Like they've actually donated to the channel. You know, they've already given. They've met me halfway. So why would I meet you halfway if they've already done it? You know what I mean? I love you to death. Like I want to help you. Trust me. But there's like, you know, there's a level here of respect that and it's consciousness. You have to be conscious of the people that threw down. Am I wrong here? Am I the wrong one? Am I wrong? Is this wrong? Am I being wrong here? No. Because I'm just, what if I was like hypersensitive? No, you are hypersensitive. No, but what if I was even more hypersensitive? I was like, oh my God, I can't take it right now. So look, I like AGIX. You know I do. 4-hour time frame's a bit beat, but you know it's coming back down quickly for the retest. The 22 and the daily are the money time frames. Even the 3-day wants to flip on you. I'm riding that daily all the way back to the upside, baby. It got a breakout. Let's go. Let's ride that daily all the way to the target at 92. I know we can do it. I know we can do it. So, AGIX for the win, baby. And we had a bunch of wins today in the trading group. Shout out to everybody here. God bless you all. Let's take a look at synthetics. I held this long term. I still hold it in Coinbase for whatever reason. So, I heard they had something to do with Arbitrum, and Arbitrum's been hot. So that led me to believe that synthetics may start getting a bit of a move here. And synthetics is synthetic derivatives attached to crypto. It was supposed to basically take all the derivatives in the world and let you trade, like, you know, on a decentralized exchange and sorts. It had a bunch of cool stuff. Now, the staking for this was a little strange. Like, you could lose it all. Like, it had this very risky staking that I chose not to do. And, you know, I'm happy I didn't because someone else did choose to do it, and they got completely mollywopped. So, yeah, I'm happy that I did not jump into that. Yeah. Because you never know. Could have been a rug polito, you know. And we're back, baby, back. You know, I dusted off my MetaMask wallet for the first time. You know what I mean? First time ever, and grabbed it up. I'm gonna compound. So look, I mean, I don't do this if you don't know what you're doing. I'm doing DeFi mining on the Fortune Miner. I threw 4 BNB in here. It's making $40 a day, 0.133 BNB. I'm running 1,095 miners. I'm going on Brett Mills' idea. I'm gonna have to research him and all that other stuff. But if you don't compound and you withdraw, okay, $37 a day yielding, I'll take it, right? So look, I'm going to compound that for the 1% bonus. You got to keep some BNB in the address, right, to pay for the compounding. All right? And I'm going to compound, withdraw, compound, withdraw, compound, withdraw. You have to compound once, otherwise you pay a 90% withdrawal fee. Okay? Every day you compound without withdrawing, your compound bonus grows by 1%, max to 10. All right? Withdrawing will reset your bonus to 0. Time until the next compound bonus is activated, right? So you keep getting a compound bonus up to 10% of the compound. I'm telling you, this could easily go to 0. And honestly, I don't even, there's a referral link. I won't even use it. I don't even want referrals. I'm doing this on my own. If you want to do it, you do it. I'm not pushing this because of that. I never got contacted. I just like risk a little bit. And I put play money in here. Yeah, $1,000 play money. I'm putting in what I'm willing to lose in this. All right. And we'll go from there. The TVL has been going up. There was 800 in here yesterday. It's up to 1,000. It is going up. It could be a rug pull and disappear in 1 second. So just be very careful, all right? Be very careful. I could even take out and leave what I just made and let it sit, right? But I'm willing to find out what happens here. And honestly, I'm probably highly likely to lose it all. But you never know. Just be very careful with the fortune miner. This is not what I do when it comes to trading, all right? That's a completely different scenario, all right? But I wanted to check on my stake, run my compound, and you want to be active daily, too, on that. They want to make sure that you're doing something every day. If you don't, if you're inactive, there's also a penalty there, which is good. That way it keeps people that are active on the market. So we talked about the short for Bitcoin, right? And let's get back to synthetics. So synthetics, I put it in this tight channel. Has a shoulder head and a possible right shoulder there, but it did break out on the right side. The daily pumped up, but we're out of resistance. You want to see synthetics break out and retest this area here for the money. It's got to retest about $297, $3. That's what we're looking for synthetics. Its next measured move would take you to about $4.23, where you'd have another resistance area for synthetics. So that's what we're looking at. You know, you're kind of pinned between the point of control and the next resistance. If you lose the point of control, you're going to drop back down to about $2.16. Would probably be a really good place to load up on synthetics. And it did break out of this bigger wedge to the upside. How's your 3-day chart? Your 3-day chart's still got some down end, but it could twist. Your 12 hours a little hot, and you're at resistance too. This coin's annoying, honestly. I held it long term. It kind of played out, kind of didn't. 1 hour suggests a possible scalp right now, but you're at this heavy resistance for whatever reason. If it pumps, it's going to pump like with Bitcoin out of so if it pumps, it's going to break out of this flag a little bit. And even now, look, it's like very close to bearish divvy. Because like this is going to be a swing to the downside, and so it looks like you're going to get a little pop. When you get a little pop, you're going to get bearish div, and it's going to be a fake out breakout, come back to the bottom of the pattern. I don't like what I'm seeing for synthetics yet, but it is getting tight in consolidation. And if it consolidates through here and it gets tighter, I mean, there's a big move coming, likely, if it can handle that consolidation and stay above the point of control at $2.60, $2.61 for synthetics. That's synthetics in a bit of a nutshell. Thank you so much for the super chat. God bless you and yours. All right. What's the website for this DeFi future miner? I don't know. You're going to have to Google it. I'm not going to tell you. How's that? That's how much I don't want to push you into anything that you don't, I do what I want. You do what you do. All right? Let's look at Casper is one of my favorite babies in the game. Casper just dominating on MEXC Global. If you're not opening up an account on MEXC, you're missing out. And look at Casper. We gave you Casper. We talked about it. We went over it. We were so adamant about it. It was one of my favorite coins, favorite projects. And there it is again, now up 100% Casper. And here it is right here. No stop loss got hit in the making of the trade. Casper. And we even had it here. We watched it retrace. We pulled the fib. We gave you the 618 fib. We talked about it when it was here in the fib in the falling wedge. Technically, everyone in the group should be up 200% because we talked about this. We went over it so many times. I also would I loved it. It was one of my... I don't talk about a lot of coins on MEXC, and this coin I always bring up and I always talk about. I absolutely love. We found it down here. We started looking at it down here on the channel. It's up 700% since we first started talking about it in October. This thing has been on a bull run. This never had a bear run, this thing. It pumped, it consolidated to the 618, it pumped again. Now it's going to likely consolidate back to the 618 yet again. Shout out to anyone that took Casper massive gains. Bang, bang, bang. MEXC Global, baby. MEXC Global. And, if you don't have an account on MEXC, I don't know what you're doing. All right? MEXC is the place to be every single day, baby. MEXC. And look, they have futures data. They have ETFs. They have some of the smallest coins. They have low cap gems and 0% for both spot and future maker fees. The cheapest trading in the game. All right? And look at this, 250%. They had GMM, just like KuCoin had it, and it's up huge. They had Solid up 200%, Vista up 130, EGAME up 90%, 91, GART up 7777777. Liquidity, which is, we were told about liquidity by Token Metrics like 2 months ago. If you remember, if you're getting the data that I'm putting down every single week here, and there's Cass right there banging on them to the upside, but a lot of big gainers here. Look how many double-digit winners you got on MEXC. If you're not over at MEXC and just feeling it out at least for the next bull run, I'm just starting to get ready. I mean, I started using MEXC about, 5-6 months ago. What a blessing. What a blessing. MEXC, baby. MEXC. So shout out to anyone that's jumped into MEXC with the lifer. May God bless each and every one of you for being here. All right? Amazing times to be alive. Amazing times to be alive. All right? How do you feel about Flux? Do you give a flux about Flux? Only 2 people answered the comment. Flux that. Not a huge fan of Flux core welding. Interesting. Not many people like Flux. Not big. All right? Not big. What was your favorite airdrop? If I could spell, I just wish I could spell. I really do. It would be amazing. But I'm happy that I have another skill and I'm not that good at spelling. I mean, I'm actually good at spelling. Sorry, I'm not good at typing. I'm great at spelling. I'm very good. I was like one of those kids that was like great at English, did really well at spelling. What was your favorite airdrop in crypto? Meh. What was your free money you got in crypto? Mine was uni. Meh. Everyone's gotten some free money in cryptocurrency. And there you go, cryptocurrency trending. Watch my show live about crypto now. Sean, you should be doing this for me, so I don't have to. Can you do that? Can you send that tweet? Watch my show live. I'm not going to. Or could someone send that tweet? It's trending right now. Now it's not. Dang it. But you could add it, you know. Anyway. ADHD problems. Brain goes faster than the hands can hit the keys. Every time, baby. Flux and Kadena. 419 likes, 789 lovely lifers on the live. And we gave you Cass, baby. I mean, and this was one of my gem picks. Like, I love this one. Every once in a while I find a coin that looks like it's basically the universe tells me it's gonna be free money. It's gonna pay me. And I'm always like, how? How do I know? How is it possible? Here's the trade on MEXC right here for Cass, right? 219, 4-hour oversold. Look for a retest for the top of the trend line. And this would come down a little bit more. We would readdress, but we never changed the trade. Bang, bang, bang. Never hit the stop loss, which was below the 618 fib level anyway. What a clean way to trade this. 19% for 138. Now this stop loss is at break even or even somewhere even higher into profit. You can't beat this trade. This trade is absolutely banging on them to the upside, doing damage. Oh, this is a great video. Look, protect yourself from Discord scammers. Hit the settings button. Hit privacy and safety. Go right there and click off server privacy. Friend requests. Turn them off so you can't get friend requests. Boom, you're safe. They will not be able to get you anymore. Watch that again. Privacy and safety. Go over to allow direct messages. Say no. Go to friend requests. Turn off friends requests and the server members that can request you. Now people cannot friend request you, or they have to friend request you first. You know what I mean? Yeah, so turn off friends of friends and server members. That's what we're doing here. Allow direct messages from server members. Turn that off. And then flip off friends of friends. Thank you so much, Jamie. That will keep us all safe inside the Discord. But, man, I'm really excited about this. I was all over this. 700% gains. This is one of my big winners, man. Cass. This is like my little, like, gem pick, dark horse, Caspa on MEXC. And look, it made a beautiful consolidation. Like, my brain has seen this so many times. It was so likely we're going to see a move on Caspa. So is Caspa to continue? Do people take profits? What's going on? Well, let's take a look at the daily and the 22, the bigger time frames. They're getting very oversold. So once the daily gets to that high point, you know it's time. You know, the only thing you could do is go to the smaller time frame, make a bit of a flag, and see if there's something, you know. So this 15-minute may continue, you know, to this next resistance point here at about 115. But are you getting into price disco? That's the one thing, too. Let me look here. Yeah, you're in price discovery here. This coin has never been this high. You're in price discovery. I mean, this is amazing. This is our first time in price discovery, everybody, since the last bull market. Actually, optimism was kind of, but it had a wick, so it wasn't officially. This is our first coin in price discovery. Or maybe Gamium was in price discovery yesterday, but I mean, this is in price discovery. This is price disco. Once it's in price discovery, it could go anywhere. You know what I mean? We'll see this measured move It is retesting. It's oversold in the 15-minute. Once the 15-minute gets oversold, I would think about taking some profits on this. You got bearish div forming now on the 15. That's swinging down while this is swinging up. I personally would take some profits. You know, what a great move. So, thoughts on Hex? Hexicans. FT is also in a nice price discovery. Oh, wow. Apt was in price discovery. Okay, so we had a few. We had a few winners. So far, Bitcoin just still saying sideways, just so you know. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. We're not missing out by not looking at Bitcoin right now. Everything's fine. The short is still possibly in play. I don't love it, though. 33.77, that's weird. That is weird. That's almost a signal, right? Like, how is that at 33.77? My two numbers, right when I'm looking at it. I find this really weird. Like, it follows me around. Is that Olga? Yeah. Olga, you want to be on camera? No, shout out to DXY, the dollar index. Dollar index overbought on the daily time frame. Let's take a look. Let's get rid of my insane. But I wanted a dump on the dollar. That's what Daddy wanted. Daddy. That's what Daddy wanted. That's what Daddy Crypto wanted. And then, you know what? So far, we got the fake out. I was like, that's not good. We broke out of the rising wedge. I said, we got to get back in. Then we need to bearishly retest. We did that. It's a really good sign. If the dollar stays below 104.69, 104.80 area here, or even outside of this channel, it's a very good likelihood that we could dump. You could kind of say it's still hanging out in the channel, but I like this bearish, kind of slight bearish retest here. And the daily wants to take a big dump. This is going to be Bitcoin's move. Bitcoin right now is oversold on the daily. This is overbought. This is Bitcoin's move all the way to the downside here to 102.61. This is what we're looking for. All right? So I'm looking for a dump on the dollar index. Show me the dumpage, please. Low on the stochastics. Bring me to the downside. Let's take a look at the 4-hour. The 4-hour says we could get a pump first. I got this shoulder, head, and a right shoulder, though, that say no way. Can we continue to the downside? Can the 4-hour get pinned by the daily? 1 hour's trying to make a move back to the upside, too, as well. So we're going to watch this today. It's either going to break back inside the pattern and give Bitcoin some trouble, or it's going to hit here, bearishly retest, and start its move. We don't want it back inside the pattern. We don't want the dollar in this green box. If the dollar gets back inside this green box, no goo. It's a no goo for move. No good for me and you. We don't want this. We want this to continue to the downside. We want this shoulder, head, and shoulder to dump. That flag did play out to the target. We want this shoulder, head, and shoulder to dump to the downside on the dollar. Thank you so much. All right. Ethereum. We don't look at Ethereum every day. Let's take a look at ETH. Shoulder, head, and a right shoulder for Ethereum. You see that? Inverted head and shoulder for Ethereum. It's in the same symmetrical triangle as Bitcoin. That's why I don't really go over Ethereum, because whatever Bitcoin does, Ethereum will do. Bitcoin bumps. Ethereum's going to bump. This is your high. Here's your low. Here's your high. Here's your high or low. You got to put in a higher high to remain bullish. That's Bitcoin breaking 25,000. Bitcoin breaks 25,200. Ethereum breaks 17,000. It's that 1,700. It's that simple. We're at a point of control. We're tight in the moving averages. Symmetrical triangle as well. Inverted head and shoulders suggest that we can get the pump to the upside. It adds a little more of a move up here. However, that 1 hour is overbought and tells me that we may have to go sideways a little longer here. So I know when we look at total, it's going to look just like this. These are the two behemoths that make up total. They look the same. So far, Ethereum is bouncing nicely off of 1,500 and holding very, very well. All right? And this thing has a measured move to 1844. How much more money do I need? How much money do I need? Much money do I need? How much money do you think I need to start making enough for the subscription? I mean, honestly, it depends. If you're smart with your money, it depends. You know, one guy put $100 in. He waited like a couple months, and he turned it into 1,200 with one of those high coins. He did it twice. So he turned $200 into $2,400. He paid for the year, and he hasn't. So it depends on your strategy and what you're doing. You know, had you put in $500 in Casper just 2 weeks ago, you would have made $500 in 2 weeks. It doubled up. A lot of coins double up. However, you can get stopped out a few times and get discouraged, get emotional, and then start to do silly things and rip through all the money. I'm not a financial advisor. I can't tell you what to do with your money. I just can't, right? So you do whatever makes you happy. I can't tell you what to do with your money. What I can tell you is to start small. I would start small. If you can't double $100, you have no business trading with 1,000. That's just simple math. And you shouldn't try to, your goal should not be to try to pay for the subscription every month. Your goal should be learn how to trade. If you make your goal to learn how to pay for the subscription, but you don't know how to trade, you may fail. But if you make the goal learn how to trade in a year, you may actually succeed. So I would switch my goals to being, how can I pay for the subscription every month? And if you don't have enough money to pay for the subscription, just come to the channel every day. All right, that's why I'm here every day for free. So you can learn, and then you should, this is how, when we first started and nobody paid, and I didn't have a trading group, what I did is I gave the calls and people were like, yo, I made this, I made that. When so many people started saying I made 80 grand, 70 grand, I did this, I did that, I changed my life, I was like, okay, I'm going to charge for this because I know the market was telling me that I was making value for others. People were learning, and with that education, people were making gains. So I said I could expand this education and I could charge for it, and then I could dedicate my whole life to it. Because once you charge for something, you don't have to do anything else, right? So I know I'm getting paid to do it. I don't have to justify taking time, because I take time away from my own trades to teach people. Someone signs up for a one-on-one, I can't open up a trade. I can't deep dive and start looking at my trade. That's a 1 hour for them. I'm into them. What do they need, right? So once you start educating people and teaching people, you got to get paid for it, because you're taking away your time to do it, right? And once you realize it works and you're giving to the market, and the market actually is seeing success from it, right? So I say just keep showing up every single day until you've made enough to pay for the trade, for the school. I'm here every day, baby. You'll be much more equipped to take advantage of the 99 if you first take the course. Amen. Don't miss the monthly candle close live show tonight, approximately 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm doing exactly what you just said. Wow, amazing. Anyone new today and don't have the funds to get right now, just show up every day to the live. Trust me, it's worth every time. Shout out to Trevor TVA. Super Chats, Filecoin, JASMY, FLOKI, and Hex. Let's take a look at Filecoin. Filecoin, baby. Filecoin in a falling wedge. We have hidden bullish divergence on it. The measured move would take us all the way to 11 beans. Filecoin could do that damage. The 1 hour time frame suggests it could move. The 4 hour time frame's coming down for a reset, could bend at any moment. The 22 is oversold, and the daily is bending. And we have huge hidden bullish divergence. Even on the daily time frame, that's flat, and that's far sharper. Tells me that Filecoin will make a move and make a high higher than this high. I would keep Filecoin on the radar for sure. For sure. For sure. I like what we're looking at. That pump came back down. I'm going to pull a mini fib here on that move. It looks like it's a 618 retracement. By golly gee oh my, it's sitting on the 618. This thing has all the bells and whistles, tight moving averages. We could see a massive move out of Filecoin. How that 21 dug in there. And the measured move would take you even further, it looks like. Yeah. To about 11 beans. 11 almost. 64% gains coming out of Filecoin. Strong hidden bullish divergence. Right there. Strong hidden. Shout out to the Filecoiners out there. It's looking pretty nice. Now, it could dip lower to this level. I would always have my stop somewhere below the 886 Fibonacci and below this high volume node here. All right. And that would also put me below the 200 SMA and keep me somewhat covered. I would not be in a stop loss somewhere in this zone. Highly likely you could get wicked out. Just be careful. All right. You got to do whatever makes you happy. I would put stops below. Even preferably there if I could. Filecoin on the radar. Filecoin on the radar. Right? Redactions. Who is redacting the name out of the file? Filecoin looking good to me with hidden bullish. And you can always reference this video. Everyone, great idea. Like today, here's a really good idea. Today, you missed the show. I post this. I don't think anyone's doing this because I just had the idea, and it's a pretty smart idea. So look, Yeah, today, look, I didn't post all the information about Filecoin. It's a little naked from all the, the settings and the things that I talk about. But you could just go to the actual live stream after we're done today, and Filecoin's going to be there with a timestamp. And you can hit it, and then you're going to watch the entire TA about it. So, like, think about it. Almost everything we post here during the live, you can go back and hit the timestamp and get a nice, like, redirected idea about it. The timestamps are there for you every single day. I don't think people are taking full advantage of them as much as they could. Shout out to the 40,300 subscribers on our way to 50,000. I want 50 so bad I could taste it. I want 50 so bad I could taste it. And then we're halfway to 100K. I get that 100,000 plaque, 100,000 subscriber plaque. My God, man. I dreamed of it. I still dream of it. It keeps me going. It's such a simple thing, but it keeps me going. Every day I'm like, I'm not stopping until I get that plaque. And even then, I'm not going to stop. Matic BTC is beat, but make a nice fat Adam and Eve. Sam, do you buy BTC pairs after the normal token pumps or before? Appreciate you. You want to buy the BTC pump when it pumps. Like as AGIX pumps, you want to buy the AGIXBTC coin. So look, AGIXBTC, right now Bitcoin sideways, AGIX beating up on Bitcoin. See? And that's how you gain more Bitcoin for your Bitcoin. 15% more Bitcoin on the move. You got to love it. You got to love it. Shout out to the super chats. Love the content. ACH, when you have a moment, please. Thank you so much, Cabone3, for the $6.99 Canadian. Can you check out Blur, please? We'll check out Blur. Thank you so much for the love. Super chats, JASMY, FLOKI, Hex, and Blur. Okay. Let's take a look at JASMY. I feel like I missed one, but no, okay. Let's take a look at JASMY, the Sony coin. Now, I was looking at JASMY last night. I went to put it out to the trading group, but I stopped for a second. To me, this is a descending triangle. Like, it really is. And yeah, I guess you could say it's a falling wedge because it has a slope, but it's got really descending triangle vibes. You know what I mean? Really descending triangle vibes. So I didn't put it out. I was like looking at it and I was like, eh. Now, I think we had this originally in a nice channel, and it fell out the channel. You could say we probably almost got stopped out, too. Yeah, I guess we didn't. Yeah, that stop got hit. Yeah, it got touched, though. Like, it was like, bing, So here's the deal. Like, my idea was to put this out last night. I was looking at it, but I didn't like the descending triangle vibe. It's a bearish pattern, in my humble opinion. But all the other things were in my favor, so I was, like, kind of caught, right? Oversold in the 20 on the daily, right? And I guess I could open this up and say this is what we're doing. And maybe we come a little lower first. And that could be the wedge, I guess. I'll back off my fib. Right now, we're only at like a 382 fib, though. Like, we're not at like a really amazing fib level. 5-to-1 risk-reward ratio with the stop loss below the POC. That's pretty nice. That's good protection. And you got the hidden bullish right here. You're swinging up while this is swinging down. I mean, if you want to go all the way to here, you got hidden bullish pretty much across the board, but hidden bullish divergence on JASMY. I'm just considering, thoughts on HBAR. Thank you. Shout out to Seisman Grezek. Thank you for the PLN 10 beans. I don't know what the PLN is, but thank you so much. God bless you on HBAR. Thank you for giving. Appreciate it, man. It feels good to give. It feels good to give. 11:17. Almost about to hit that news. $51 in chat revenue. 461 people on that like. 824 people on the live stream. Live stream is bumping, baby. Bumping. Shout out to everybody here. Thank you for jumping on in. So we're looking at JASMY. I like JASMY long term. Very small market cap. Could do it 100x. Definitely things you want to start looking at. Has the cup and handle feel. It's got the cup and handle vibe going for it. It's got the low, the high, the higher low. Could it make a higher high? Oversold in the daily time frame. Oversold in the 22 and pointing up. And the 4 hours kind of bending like it could bounce off the bottom of this channel. If anything, I'm looking for at least this move here. This cup and handle to break out. And for us to hit the top of the channel here. Are they done, babe? Okay. Is it all right? 15% move up here to the resistance point. Okay? You know, it's high risk, high reward at this point. Let's take a look at our 1 hour time frame. It's kind of on the low too. 15-minute could struggle up and down a bit. And if Bitcoin takes the dump, this is going to dump right out the chatter. So just no matter how, you could spend hours doing TA, it could all look perfect. All the probabilities could be right, and Bitcoin could just slump. The dollar index could make a bit of a pump. It could be a bit of a squeeze. And next thing you know, all your trades are going to get stopped out. It is what it is. It's part of trading. You know, aggressive entry would be now. Aggressive entry would be now, in my humble opinion. I would almost want to hold out for that 618 or a bounce off this point of control, but a lot of people like this coin, and it does have buy pressure. So, to me, I'm still getting slight mixed signals from it. If anything, just a scalp trade for 15%, and then I could reset from another point of view for JASMY. Let's take a look at FLOKI. And it's funny, I forgot FLOKI was on KuCoin now. You know, so we can begin to trade it in its original state. I mean, right off the bat, you kind of have this shoulder, head, and right shoulders, right? And you're making this tight channel. FLOKI's been hot. I'm telling you. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, you kind of want to look at it on like a decentralized. You'll have more information. But I mean, look at it. Oversold. Lack of bearish momentum in the MACD. High, low, higher low. Expect, you're in an uptrend. Expect a higher high. So FLOKI looks pretty good to me. I wouldn't, I wouldn't be surprised if FLOKI did damage here. 1 hour time frame's a little high, so I would wait for it to cool off. Come down to possibly the middle. May come down to the middle and bend. It does look like it could bounce off the bottom of the channel, though. That would be the entry. So if I forgot about the oscillators, the aggressive entry is right now for FLOKI. Right there. Bottom of the channel. That's it. And it could even stop, and you could get stopped out and make a double bottom maybe. So you never know. You never know what's going to happen when you're trading. All you could do is trade the probability that you see. All right? That's it. There's nothing more, nothing less. But look, 12% to gain 39. That ain't bad. FLOKI back on the radar. I don't like the 1 hour per se, but I like the market structure. So and FLOKI, we know, could do serious damage. It's in the Doge SHIB, crew. Thank you for FLOKI. Let's take a look at Hex for my Hexicans. Shout out to Lifer Fred and the Hexicans in the game. We'll look at it on Uniswap, if you like, for the USDT pair or USD pair. So Hex has been booming. Actually, I remember we had a USDC pair here on Uniswap, right? Yeah, because that's where I usually chart it. I know I had a chart for it. So we talked about it down here. We had Hex down in this falling wedge, right? When it was sitting at about 2 pennies. It's done a 3x since then. We even had this flag that broke out, right? And then it continued to bump. Let's look at Hex. Let's take a look at Hex on the daily. Hex is, you're still at the low. You have this huge resistance. You have a big gap here. So I like gap trading. Gap trading means that you can easily get a 42% gain there, right? So there's a big gap between these two levels. Once you get above here, bullish, we retested it, you could get a move to the upside. So we kind of know once we get up here, we'll hit a bit of resistance. Then we know there's other areas, but we don't really need to project that far ahead. Once we get there, we'll be able to figure it out. So we can see a gap coming, a little bit of a stop in the middle there, and we see a nice support here that and this area in our bottom. We came across, we got a golden cross. We pumped up with the golden cross on the daily, as you can see. And so I front run them. If you see that you're about to get a golden cross, it's likely that the symmetrical, you'll usually have an ascending triangle. Let me show you what happens. You're going to see this a lot, and I've been posting this a lot. You get this ascending triangle, right, like this, on the 4 hour. When you go to the daily, at that same point, you'll be back in, if you go back in time to the ascending, so you should get an ascending triangle, and you should be front running a golden cross. I post these a lot in the trading group. Last night, I posted 4 or 5 of these. So a lot of the things that I post are preemptive ideas. I started to kind of switch some things, how I post some things. A lot of things I'll do the checklist and I'll go through every single thing. But then sometimes you'll see me just post this, front run the golden cross, Hex in the ascending triangle, likely to continue to the upside, right? And it's more of an idea trade, if I can convey that message. And so what happens there, and now you got the golden cross. Now you're looking pretty good too, right? And now you got above this resistance. Now you hit a previous resistance, you came back, but you're kind of in a zone, and now you got support right here. Because that was previous resistance, and you've wicked there too, and you wicked there 3 times, you've wicked to this area. So HEX did a bounce, and look, it bounced off that area, and the daily's low, ready to rock. HEX looks like it's about to make a big move on the daily time frame. I would look for HEX to continue based off what has been happening with it and based off the golden cross that just occurred. Lack of bearish momentum in the MACD. Looks like HEX could go up another possible 84% gainers. And remember, it's got a big gap here for 40% in that VRVP. However, it could double top here. Let's look at our, our daily and our 22 are ready to rock though. They're curving up aggressively. We're about to get a MACD cross. I like what we're seeing. There's even hidden bullish divergence here on the 22 hour because this is pushing down while that's pushing up. And we even negated a shoulder head and a shoulder there that just didn't matter. Bullish sign when you negate a bearish pattern, right? It just doesn't even really kind of bat an eyelash on you. So we go to the 4-hour time frame and you're kind of still in this mix. So I would make a flag here and just watch this flag out and get somewhere inside the flag and then position myself for that daily move. This is interesting. I would not be surprised if we saw HEX somewhere up at about 10 cents not too long from now. That's HEX on the radar. HEX looks great on the daily time frame. Right? I mean on the daily, not the 3-day. So that's my idea for HEX. Let's take a look at Blur and HBAR. And it's almost time for the news at 11:30. It's almost time for the news. So Blur came out, kind of went lackluster. So let's look. Came out, made the rising wedge. Rising wedges break down 68% of the time to where they began. This rising wedge technically began like right here, and it came down to where it began. That's what it did. So it got some hype, it got sold off, but now it's attempting to double bottom here. Does it get completely sold off? It got some bad press too with the way they're handling, right? The residuals I read, I don't know. It's in a falling wedge, double bottoming. Can it bounce back to the upside? It would be, a ballsy move to buy here at the bottom. A gutsy move. No information on the daily really to be had. No information on the 22. No information on the 12. The 8 hours got a bit of an oversold behavior, but 6 hour, 4 hour would be the biggest time frame that I would like think about taking on. And I've been doing this a lot. These falling wedges tend to make these heads, shoulder, head, and shoulder, and then they stay inside the wedge after they've dipped out. I've been showing this for it's a pattern I see a lot. I never even noticed it before for years. Maybe they didn't make it. Maybe they started making it more often than not. So when the MACD suggests we get a bearish cross, but the Stokes are low, I trade the Stokes every time. Yeah.
You're opening on the wrong side instead of this side.
They sent us the wrong one then.
So.
What do you mean? From the outside?
No, from the inside, but towards the piano.
Who cares? Who cares, right?
I do care because, when we go from the kitchen to the deck.
Do we look at that? We can't. Can we ever verify we ordered it a year ago? And they can't. What are they going to take it down? What are they going to do? Take it down?
Yeah.
And what are you going to have? No door?
No, I'll have this door until they fix it. Or no, you think?
It's up to you, man. I'm not dealing with it. I'm not dealing with it. I'm not dealing with that. Everyone, what do you think? Big deal here. Look. Oh, gosh. Here's my deck. My deck door. The door opened here. All right. We have a hallway here and a piano here. Sorry, So there's a hallway, living room. We have a dining room right here. The door's going to be a sliding door, but the door used to open here. Now, the order came and the door slides this way, but it was supposed to slide left to right. I don't know if we ever asked. I can't remember because we asked for this door a long time ago. It's snowing outside heavily. If we ask for no door, they're going to have to replace it, take the one out and put a new one in. She wants to have them come back. So she wants them to put this door in now. All right. And then come back, take this door out and put a new door in that slides this way. Right now, it slides that way. No, I'll let the wife do whatever she wants. I'm just asking you. I agree. I just say, just let's see if we can swing it and open the door from here for the rest of our lives. Like, who cares? We'll never really notice. I think it's a little trifling. It's a bit trifling. I think we can get over it. Now, if the door opened like it used to come out, I get it. But the door slides. This is something she should have written down. The second the van came, she should have asked him. You know what I mean? Whatever. Or we both should have done it. I can't blame her. But it's like, I run my company and do everything else. Like, I can't be expected to remember which way the sliding door was coming in. You know what I mean? It's just like I'm trying to find AGIX and Bitcoin. I tell my wife all the time, like, you get everything you want because I focus on what I need, right? Anyway, so the deck door is not in right, or not the way she wants it. I agree, it shouldn't be that way. I'm just like, oh gosh, you know. Not a big deal to me as long as it's not messed up, but you get what you pay for. Professional builder here. If you install it and change it, you are paying twice. Oh, I know. She's always right, Sam. I presume they done site visit to measure. They should have noted it. They really didn't site visit to measure. They really didn't. But they did ask us what side the door came down on, and we said it was we had to have said it because they would have, you know what I mean? I think it's poor customer service. You'll be hearing about the door opening wrong for years. Do it her way. You're funny. Yeah, we've paid. It's your money. Get what you want. So Blur, shoulder, head, and a right shoulder boss will be forming. If you have the guts to kind of go with the pattern, right? And take it to the upside. It's oversold. It's a hot NFT marketplace. I believe it's going to do numbers. The fact that we can get it on the low again before it goes up, but could it dump all the way down? It could. No guarantees it doesn't lose this channel and fall. There's really no true support here. So 1 hour time frame is overbought. 4 hour time frame's oversold. You'd wait for this to cool down at least, or you make an aggressive entry. That's a very high risk trade right there. You know, if you build it, they will come. I know. Life is too short to worry about petty things. That's what I'm saying. The universe just told you which side it wants the door to open from. That's what I said. That's how men think. You're funny, Jamie. The husband is the head of the house. You both should verify because you have to pay, and she has to be satisfied. It meets the family needs. Agreed, Omac. 100%, man. I'll send you my card in a half an hour and have 20 years in carpentry construction. Thank you, man. Do you really want to hear about this for the rest of your life? You will have wished you'd fixed it. You guys are so funny. All right. Hey, I really appreciate the feedback. Like, it's awesome. Let's take a look at ACH, Alchemy Pay, which pumped out of bananas to the upside. You'd think a pullback would be coming. I'm just tracking it in this consolidative way. It's just consolidating. If it continues to consolidate like this nicely, you're looking for a bigger move to the upside, right? I don't know why I have two lines here. I have an alert here. I'll move my alert even lower. And you can keep sliding the alert, which is nice. And we wanted it to, you know, so we thought it would bounce out of the falling wedge to the upside. Hey, we got 16% gains. No, you know, and you put a stop below here. No stop loss got hit. So that was a nice scalper. But it's just looking tighter of the channel, right? You could bring this down, and it's making us symmetrical, getting tighter and tighter in the channel. So, yeah, I mean, it's making a bullish consolidation. If it continues to do this, it stays above the point of control, and you reset the daily Stokes, right, which are starting to bend and looking pretty nice. What you're going to wait for is this white line to touch price action on the daily time frame. Let's wait for the 21 to interact with price action, and this thing could continue to move. I would also just caution you that it got wicked up. It's in a decision. I mean, it's going to take some guts to trade. Everything takes guts. You got to have guts. No, you know, if you don't have the guts, you're just going to end up just getting flilled around with your emotions. 1 hour time frame's getting tighter. I wouldn't touch it right now. And anyway, I could be wrong. It could bump. This could also be a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. You see that? I just saw that out the corner of my eye. So to me, it's all about it staying above this point of control, which is 3 cents and 8 right where it's at. If it loses this, it could fall down. And then hit the 618 Fibonacci, which also coincides with the high, another node and another area of support at the 786. It got pumped up really hard. I wouldn't be surprised if it took a bigger retrace. But I do see that it's starting to consolidate nicely. So kind of mixed signals for it. You could aggressively enter it right now, but there's some, there's some better buys out there, in my humble opinion. Do what the wife wants. Amen. Lonely at the top all the time. HBAR and Phantom. Let's look at HBAR and let's jump on into the news. Let's jump on in to the news. And welcome right back into the news. Thank you so much for jumping on in. My name is Crypto Lifer. Every single day we go over the hottest news to give you the information to keep you moving in cryptocurrency. Yuga Lab debuts its first NFT collection on Bitcoin. Parent company of the popular Bored Apes NFT, Yuga Labs has announced an experimental 300-piece generative art collective called 12-Fold, housed on the Bitcoin blockchain. Most people didn't think you could have an NFT on Bitcoin, but you can. 12-Fold is a mathematically based art system that utilizes a 12x12 grid to represent data and comes amid the company's debut launch on the Bitcoin blockchain. I mean, now you're getting use case for Bitcoin blockchain. I believe they're going to speed up Bitcoin. I believe Bitcoin is going to have more than just a use case for gold. I believe there's going to be more than just NFTs and stuff on it. This is big news. It comes as a team from Dubai launched 10,000 BTC Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs featuring monkeys with Satoshi masks on the ordinals. I think that means originals, right? But I don't know. Earlier this month, ordinals. The move raised potential copyright issues as they are not affiliated with Yuga Labs asset based on the Ethereum blockchain. Interesting. It's a big deal. Seeing things getting put on the Bitcoin blockchain, that is a big deal. Next news segment, Cumberland Labs backed Hashnote launches regulated DeFi platform. A regulated DeFi platform. This is the two words we have never seen and are heard together in the same sentence. It's a big deal. Hashnote founder and CEO Leo Mizuhara said regulated DeFi platforms are the key to attracting institutional money to the space. He's 100% right, because we all want that way to move money fast. We all want institutions to be able to move their money faster. They have large amounts of money. If they can move money faster, it can even help us all, because more people would have access to loans, more people would have access to the funds that they need to grow businesses, housing, everything else. So once we get decentralized DeFi, done correctly and regulated, oh my God, decentralization, it really is the key. 3 ways to interact with respect to an institutional market sector. They may not be familiar with Web3 interfaces. Hashnote is taking a multi-pronged approach to onboarding newcomers into the DeFi ecosystem, according to Mizuhara. I really like this. This is big news. Regulated DeFi platforms. Hey, this is where the future holds. Soon, all the platforms will be DeFi. DeFi will become what finance is. And honestly, you're going to forget the word finance. 20 years from now, it is DeFi. Maybe we won't even call it DeFi. We'll call it finance again, and it'll just be what it was. Non-custodial liquid staking platform Ethereum Fi closes $5.3 million fundraising. The round was co-led by North Island Ventures, Chapter 1 Capital, and include participation from BitMEX founder Arthur Hayes. Wasn't he on the run? I guess he paid it all off and everything worked out. So crazy how you can be on the run, international, and then you can just be right back in the game, right? Ether.fi, a decentralized non-custodial liquid staking platform, said it closed a $5.3 million fundraising round. Liquid staking is the new key word. It's going to be the new narrative. There's going to be a bunch of new coins coming out, and narratives are coming fast now. There's going to be new narratives, and narratives are going to be harder. They're going to be coming quick at us. We got to be ready for the narrative. Write down liquid staking. We're going to start trading these coins in the next 2 to 3 months, just like we traded AI, just like we traded the high coins. They come in waves. Liquid staking coins are coming. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to do a video about it. We're writing it right now. We're getting it ready and prepared for you, which leads me to one other thing. And that brings us to the news, everybody. Thank you so much for the news. I have a channel every single day, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., Saturday and Sunday nights at 8 p.m., and the weekly candle close every Sunday night, and a monthly candle close, which is tonight on February 28th. I can't wait to see you there for the monthly candle close. Okay. One thing I want to talk about, right, is this new video we made. 627 views. I got more people to pay for the trading group than to watch this video. How is that possible? It doesn't make sense. It's a lot harder to get people to pay for things to watch something. I'll tell you that. How am I getting more people to pay than to watch this video? This video is amazing. It's edited well. It has so many features. It's written well. It's done the best I've ever seen of any video I've ever put out. You got to check out this video. You got to get it some traction. We got to get people watching this. There's 800 people here. If not every 800 person doesn't watch this today, I'm insulted by each and every one of you. Please, please, I need your support more than anything else. I am a small business. I am not a conglomerate. I am not some big channel. I am a tiny, small business. I grew it from my house, from a tiny microphone. And now I'm here with you. So I need your help every single day to push these videos. While we're gaining followers every single day, hundreds of followers, 40,000, 38,000, 39, 40,000. Where are my peoples? If we have 40,000 subscribers and we went from 30 to 40 in the last few months, 10,000 new people, how come we don't have 10,000 people watching this video? It doesn't make sense to me. I want to see more people getting the information. I'm telling you right now, we're going to be putting more and more info. This channel is beginning to grow, becoming more professional. Boom, boom, boom. Let's get that music back up and running. Let's get back in to the Super Chats. Thank you so much for being here. But wow, a lot happened. We nailed Kaz for 100% gains. Casper, and it actually might continue here out of that flag to the upside. Casper, man. Unbelievable. Really, really amazing. All right. Let's get back into the Super Chats. HBAR and Phantom. Ordinals are Bitcoin Layer 1 inscriptions where you can trade digital assets on BTC chain. Thank you so much. Now I know what an ordinal is. Appreciate you. Bitcoin dominance. Let's take a look at BTC dominance. So Bitcoin dominance did break out of this flag. Then we had this little flag, and it continued in a little mini flag. This looks like a big move is coming, and it looks just like Bitcoin, right? See, I showed you Bitcoin's kind of the high, the low, the high. I'm telling you right now, when dominance is about to blast, we did this before. Dominance was about to blast. We called that Bitcoin pump. We got it. Dominance came down. Let's do our juxtaposition. What are we going to do? What's going to come up on the right screen? Tether dominance. What are we going to look at on the daily? The fact that tether dominance is spent. So look at this. Would you look at this? And we've been actually following this idea for a while now. Resistance, resistance. In a bear flag. Could easily dump to the downside here. You're overbought on the stochastics on the daily. If tether dominance is about to lose on the daily, all right, and Bitcoin dominance is about to pump, what do you think is going to happen to the market? To me, it looks like money's going to flow out of Tether and into Bitcoin. But I don't know. I'm just a guy who does this every day. Let me move myself out of the screen here because I need you to see everything that I'm doing. So we got Tether dominance and Bitcoin dominance juxtaposed. This stochastics wants to pump up. This stochastics wants to dump down. Just saying. Just saying, right? So ideas here, ideas over time, suggesting that Bitcoin's about to rip to the upside. I would watch my altcoins. My BTC pairs may struggle a little bit. Bitcoin taking control. And I'm telling you right now, it looks like a big Bitcoin move is coming. I'm heavy in Bitcoin right now. I'm long. You know I'm long. I've been long. I've been grabbing more and more Bitcoin as it continues to gain footage. And same thing here with the total market cap. Low, high, higher, low, hugging the daily about to pump. Same thing going on for total 2. This is a total 2. And look, this is even an Adam and Eve double bottom which suggests that we go all the way up through this gap, and then we have a gap of the VRVP. Look at this. Look at this setup, the way it's beginning to form. And these altcoins could blast all the way to $976 billion. We could get $1 million. We could double up for the altcoin. The altcoins could double up. We could get this quick little crazy run up. Might get this bear market run. Married 16 years. My advice is to buy a new door. Thank you. I'll take that advice. That makes sense. I've been married 17 years. So I've been married longer than you. Huh. I got married when I was 28. Wait, what? Oh, we've been together for 17 years. Yeah. No, we've been together like 18 years. 2023, I met you in 05. This will be our 18th year anniversary coming up in May. 18 years with my wife, man. Married 12 years. Unbelievable. This music is whacked. Let's take a look at HBAR on KuCoin. HBAR looked nice. It broke out. We made gains. It didn't continue to the target. It slumped and got sold off heavily back to the downside here. Let's take a look. However, once something's up that much and you don't go to break even, it's on you for losing the trade. Anytime a trade is up more than 3 to 5% and you don't put the stop loss to break even, you're playing games. No trade that is a win should ever turn into a loss. That should be a rule. For me, that's a rule. No trade that's a win should turn into a loss. Capture the gain every time. Unless you're holding long term and you do not care and you're not stressing it and you're just building a bag, it's a completely different story. HBAR now in a bit of a cup and handy, right? Sammy cup and handy, touching the 50-day moving average, just got a golden cross and it's retesting the previous support zone. Previous resistance becomes new support for HBAR high volume node. Does it slip down lower and touch this area at 5 cents? It could. The daily suggests the pump is coming. The 22 suggests the pump is coming. You got the hidden bullish divergence forming. Swing up to swing up. So far, this is swinging down sharply. Hidden bullish. Your 4 hours not in the best plot. So it may come up and come down one more time. Might go tighter in the channel. It'll be nice if you didn't lose this level. Pull a fib on that move, and you might have to come down to the 618. Right down in here into the golden pocket and retest this zone too. 1 hour's overbought, 4 hours overbought. I would not touch this until we got some type of retracement, or if it broke out on a short squeeze, wait for it to retest that area. And that retest would be the sweet spot for HBAR. That price would be about 7 5/10 cents. 7.525. Ordinals are interesting. Interesting. I do not take advice from people who have never been married, forever engaged, or less than 10 years. I've been married for over 25 years and only listen to people married longer than me. OMAC, God bless you. Married 16 years. My advice is buy a new door. Ordinals are interesting. You could pick out specific Satoshis. If I had 3 Bitcoin, I could pay the group with the 330 turds sat in each Bitcoin. Interesting. Interesting. So there's the total market cap. Total 2. Look at the total market cap of all of cryptocurrency. And we made this move. We made the higher high. We showed you the rising wedge that could break to the downside. We weren't all bullish or bearish. We're open-minded traders that look for opportunity in the market. Then remember, we had that pump up. And I said we're going to act like the pump never happened, right? And we're just going to trade the flag exactly like the flag was still inside of a flag. What's amazing was that is definitely a shoulder ahead and a shoulder textbook, and it was completely negated. However, we got a resistance here that Bitcoin that we can't get back above 1.03 trillion, and the 1 hour's overbought. Suggests that we end up a little lower here. Something's brewing. So, look, we know our measured moves. We can get them in a second. I get rid of my moving average. I just want to see price action clean. So this flag technically wants to break out. We nailed that little flag. We nailed this flag. We nailed the bullish divergence. Do we have another set of bullish divergence right there? Not strong enough of the 1 hour. I mean, Bitcoin has to make the total market cap. Number one, has to break above here and has to break above here. Same idea with my green box. Like the daily needs to close a candle here. If we don't close a daily candle up in here, it's not a good sign for Bitcoin, honestly, in the total market, right? For now, just for the smaller time frame. This is our channel. Suggested we could bounce to the top of the channel, but we could end up dipping down too. The 1 hour's overbought. Tells me that we go sideways or something here. One thing I see that could happen is this idea. Shoulder, head. Do we make a right shoulder when the 1 hour resets, and can we blast out? So I'll be looking for that. But again, it says that today we're mostly sideways. For a Tuesday, kind of a sad moment for a Tuesday. Shout out to Lakochi Coker. Thank you for Phantom Lakochi. Shout out to you. God bless you. Thank you to everyone who said a super chat on the live. 1148. I don't know how we do this every single time. $73 in chat revenue. 547 likes. 652 beautiful souls in the live stream. Thank you for jumping on in. May God bless each and every one of you for being here. So let's take a look at Phantom. Phantom on KuCoin. So Phantom continuing to dump here. We kept lowering this level, and it continues to fall through the level. Getting closer and closer to that stop loss. Oh well, may have to lose 22%. It is what it is. Measured move is still up there, though, to that next resistance point. 82% gains. It's sleek. To me, it's got descending triangle vibes, though. This looks a lot like JASMY. A few of these coins are all taking up this similar idea, and it's like a descending triangle, which mainly breaks to the downside. But you've bounced already and come back. I got mixed signals on this. I almost want to look at it differently again. Like, what can I see? That's a descending triangle if I've ever seen one. And mainly they dump to the downside. It just doesn't make sense with the market cap and everything. So another idea is that we're in our falling wedge and we're just going to end up coming down here lower and touch it. But this has been weird, just staying in the, like, right? That's strange sell-off. You're below the point of control. Tells you could kind of tussle with the next high volume node at 33 cents. You also had a pretty fast, like Phantom got this insane run up. Came down to the 0.5, never hit the 0.65, 618. 22's oversold. The daily's oversold. It's an M pattern, though. I'm just getting mixed signals. I got mixed signals on Phantom. Double bottom, though. Double bottom. Oversold in the stochastic. What is this music? I was so focused I couldn't hear it. What are they doing to me today? They're doing that same nonsense to me again. Just giving me whatever whack music. I mean, the moving averages are pretty far apart too. This might go lower. To me, this could definitely go lower. Descending triangles are nasty patterns, and they tend to dump more than anything else. I'd look for this to move to the 618, honestly. Even though I know we're oversold, looks like the 22-hour could dump on you. I'd look for this to move. We're losing the high volume node, coming down to 32 cents, and I could be wrong, and I'll reassess. And honestly, if we get a pump back up, yeah, thank you. We get a pump back up and it gets tight. Thank you so much for saying that. I'm doing spaces on BOOKMAP right now at 12 o'clock on Twitter. So if you want to jump on in and do spaces with me on Twitter, I'll be on Twitter doing BOOKMAP spaces in about 5 minutes. So I got to run. Looking at Phantom. LPT live here. Can you chart Litecoin? BNX check, please. Lena dumping. Super chat's clear. Thank you. You took the course and you have the Lifers live streams. Join the free Discord and watch the free videos and read Lifers testimonials. You'll have what you need to join the 99. Amen. We prepare you for everything you need. Married 29 years, Sam. Forget the door and move to Florida. Amen. That's what I'm saying. That's what I told her. We're going to move to Florida anyway. Who cares about the door? We're going to be out of here in a year less. We're going to rent this house to renters, and they're not going to care about that door. You know? Let's take a look at Bitcoin before I get out of here struggling sideways. And that's what I said. It looked like today was going to be a sideways day. I didn't see a big pump coming. I didn't see anything happening. I just saw kind of lackluster on the charts. So same idea. The 1 hour has to cool off. So we'll open this up. The right shoulder may be a bigger right shoulder here. Something like this over here, like this. There's going to be our right shoulder. There's the left shoulder. Right? But I see the 1 hour having to curl down at least and come back down to the bottom of this pattern. Looks like shorts may play out, small shorts for now. And if this loses, I'll give you an update. Right now, I just see us going sideways inside a symmetrical triangle. 50-50 shot of breaking up or down in the next, half a day. Measured move is 24,250. To the upside, measured move to the downside is 22,590. Right? And my idea is the daily or the 4 hour has to close a candle above this high to remain bullish. Otherwise, if we come up and make a double top, expect more downside to this area. That would take you down to about 22,500. All right. And that's my update for Bitcoin. Symmetrical triangle, watching it on the 15 and the 1 hour. 4 hours getting, in indecision, still could pump, but the daily and the 22 are in good spots. But we got to get through the minutia of the smaller time frames first. So we're watching this 15-minute symmetrical triangle, and we're getting overbought on the daily. All right. 15-minute resetting might be the one thing that saves us. We might get a crazy short squeeze on the 15-minute. But right now I'm watching the 1 hour symmetrical triangle. It's boring as boring does. This is Bitcoin. It feels like a Friday for a Tuesday, which is kind of strange. All right. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life. I love you all. Be safe. You're doing great. You can, you will, you are the best. Boom.